Hello and welcome to Urban Guru Coach's channel. If you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button for more cool content. Today's session is all about pushing. No equipment required, just a yoga mat and some space. Let's begin to warm up. Pushing into the ground as we retract, descend, warming up the scapula, engaging that core, and just getting the sensation of pushing. Before we do anything too strenuous, familiarise yourself with the sensation. Try not pop the elbows at any time of pushing, no hyperextension. Okay, hands to the side, warm up the forearms. And try and dig your fingers into the mat at all times to avoid any wrist pain. Twisting the hands back towards the knees now. No need to rock in this position, just draw the energy back and hold it in a static stretch. Take a few moments to explore this feeling, and now flick the hands upside down, palms to the sky, push through the shoulders, wiggle your fingers if you have to, and give the wrists a good stretch. Flick the hands over and make sure you're in the right aligned position before we begin to press up. Hands should be outside of the shoulders, spine should be nice and neutral, core engaged. Begin to drop the chest slowly down to the ground. Try not actually rest on the ground, just hover. Push back up. Full extension through the lats and shoulders, soft elbows at all times. Come down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, strong triceps, few more. Beautiful work. Okay, lifting the knees off the ground, we're just going to hover above the mat. Keep pushing through the shoulders, we want that strong core at all times. You see how my hips and knees are completely in line, creating this nice 90 degrees angle. Ensure that you're in the same position. Let's extend the right leg off the ground now. Keep gazing down at the mat for no strain in the neck. Point the toes towards the ground too. And just hold it and switch leg. Really squeeze the core at all times, stabilise that bulletproof back and bulletproof core. Dropping the feet down, push back to downward dogs, give that lumbar spine a good stretch and sway your hips side to side. Stretch out your QL muscles, stretch out your shoulders and roll into the spine, higher plank to a press up. Rock back to downward dog. Roll the spine out, down into a push-up. Now you can drop your knees if this is too hard for you. No problem at all. Rolling it out, push-up. I'm going to repeat this for a few more presses. I'd rather not tell you the reps because it can put you off the whole exercise. Just flow with me and enjoy the present moment. Lovely. Good work, everyone. Give your spine some love. Your spine is your lifeline. Not only we're working on pushing, but also mobility. And for anyone who's working on handstands or inversions, or just having a stronger tricep and chest and shoulder region, this is a brilliant workout for you to master. Okay, come back to downward dog, stretch it out. You'll begin to feel your shoulders fire up a little bit more. So let's give them a rest as we walk the hands back to the feet. Walking back out, higher plank, and walk back to the feet. Now for anyone working on handstands, this is a brilliant way to progress into the movement patterns. Keep them hips nice and strong, fully in line with the spine. Try not arch the back on any plank. And just focus on every inch of every single movement you perform. Couple more. Give them hamstrings a good stretch. Remember to utilize that breath. Shake the neck, shake the wrists off. Rest is vital. You always need to recharge, especially when there's a lot of high reps involved. Just let your lower back decompress and begin to walk back out. We're going to spring forward, handstand, feet to hands, and sit down in Molasana. Jump back out to a higher plank and walk back to the feet with your hands. Let's repeat this, walking forward. Spring, handstand, and drop down to the hands. Jumping back. Now don't worry if this doesn't look as graceful as I perform it. Please remember, I practice this every day, and I know for sure if you do this every day, you will only get better. So let's get them reps in. Practice will only make progress. Now each rep you do, try jump a little higher. Tuck them knees in, push through the shoulders a little bit more. If you find that your elbows bend too much on them jumps, try and push and extend a little bit more each time. Slow down the movement patterns if you have to. Tuck it in, straight back, landing gracefully, jump back, sit in Molasana, and walk back to a downward dog. Use this time to stretch your hamstrings, decompress your lower back, lengthen your lats and shoulders, and roll out to a higher plank. Okay, this is a fantastic workout now. We're going to drop the left knee down, right leg up. As we descend into a push-up, roll into Cobra. Switching leg, kickbacks with three-legged downward dog. Drop the right knee down, roll into Cobra. And let's repeat this for a few more reps. Try and keep that nice, strong alignment of the tricep. Beautiful. Keep the spine nice and smooth, shoulders nice and strong, and use that time to stretch out in three-legged downward dog. Try to lift that leg a little higher now. Work on the hip flexors too. This is a full body mobility workout. Few more reps. And just take some powerful deep breaths as you enter your state of flow and hold it in Cobra. Let's rock back to child pose. Take a few moments to recuperate and re-energize our body. Give your wrists a good shake whilst you're there, massage them. The power of your own touch is unlimited. Stretch the elbows out. Just begin to ground the elbows. Listen to your heart rate slow down. Your body temperature begins to cool. And let's roll back into Cobra. Rise back to a downward dog. Walk back to your toes. Shake it all off. And let's lift on our toes. A few more shoulder presses. If you can't keep your legs straight, don't worry, you can bend your knees and just try to keep this strong alignment of your shoulders and spine as you dip and drop the head towards the mat and push back up. You can always place a pillow underneath your head for extra support. A few more pushes. Really squeeze into the shoulder blade. Fire up. And just begin to push with full awareness of what you're doing. And use a cushion so you can rest your head on, slight taps, and just set some goals every time you approach this exercise. Okay, we're going to push off the ground now. Use your core to lift. Nice spring through the shoulders. Push, release. Try bring your spine to a nice 90 degrees angle with your hips. Don't worry if your legs are not straight, you can always bend. I just want you to catch this natural state of flow, this momentum between you, your mind, your breath, and the ground. Really push up and sit down into Monasana. You're all doing amazing. It's not an easy workout, this. It really requires a lot of frontal lobe stimulation. It's not like a gym session where you're just extending and flexing. There's a lot of movement patterns combined into one sequence here. Begin to bear crawl towards the top of your mat. Try not to twist your hips at all. Alternate foot, alternate hand. Really squeeze that knee as close as you can to your chest as you step forward. And just be as smooth and as stable as possible. I like to envision how a certain animal moves. And I used to have a chameleon and I used to watch him crawl up and down the trees, which inspired me to be as primal as possible with my movement. And if you feel a bit wobbly, don't worry, you're only human. It's normal. It's not supposed to be perfect. Work on progressing. Work on being aware of your body. Let's hold it in a Superman. Nice elevated shoulders and knee. Step back. Opposite hand now. If you can't fully extend the leg, keep the knees bent, or you can even drop that left knee onto the ground and then slowly progress. Slower steps, static holds into Superman. Alternate hand, alternate foot. And walk back to an inverted split. Now you see that I'm not lifting that left hip up, just extend the leg and switch feet. It doesn't have to be a complete straight split, I just want you to elevate the leg up so you get that hamstring stretch and switch foot. Switch again, alternate feet. And be the observer in this position. Find out which is your strength side, which side is more comfortable with pushing and the landing, until you can actually switch legs mid-air. Don't go all the way up if you don't feel comfortable with lifting your own body weight up. And if you want, you can always move your mat to the wall for this exercise, just so you don't roll over. Few more reps. Handstand. Begin to move around with your hands and land on your feet. Let's roll it out and stand back up. All the way down. Engage the core, extend the spine. You can always push off the ground with your hands if it's too hard, or you can place one foot in front of the other. Now I want you to really engage that core as you lift up. Lift with your own strength, use that rectus and transverse abdominis. And as you rise up, really push into the heels for a nice solid squat push. Rolling the spine up. Work on that hip mobility, work on that core, and just work on your balance and strength as you lift all of your body weight up to the sky. And just rock up and down now. Ground your spine, ground your breath. Just take a few moments to re-energize the body as we rock back up to a plank. Hold it in a solid plank. Gaze down at the ground. And we're going to ground the elbows and push back into the palms. Now this is a wonderful stretch along with a strengthening and conditioning exercise for your triceps. Keep pushing into the palms, elbows down, and ensure that both hands are moving simultaneously. Now if it's hard to push with two hands, you can always do one hand at a time and slowly progress. A few more reps. And let's twist to a side plank. If this is too much, drop the bottom knee down. Strong shoulders, arms are in line, and lift the top leg up to the sky. My left leg is up at the sky now, my right is grounded. Really stretch the fingertips up and cross the foot in front of the left. Slide in the back leg and switch side. Now let's elevate that top leg up. Repeat the same on the opposite side. Strong shoulders, strong core. Now let's end this workout as strong as can be as we slide the foot back to the center of the mat. In Molasana, take a few deep breaths. Thank yourselves for rocking up today. And don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.